So here's a controversial question that a lot of traders like to talk about on the internet, and it's a question that I get a lot in my direct messages or DMs, and they always ask, what is a good amount of money, or how much do I actually need if I want to start trading the futures? All right. First and foremost, the key question is, first of all, do you know how to trade? Okay, because if you don't know how to trade right now, I wouldn't so much allow that to be a thought in the mix of things right now. Learn how to trade correctly first, and always start with, and that starts with understanding market structure. I'm gonna tell you right now, anyone watching this video, if you can master the movement, the flow of the market, you're 90% of the way there. And the reason why I say that is because it's imperative to be able to understand what are these market makers really trying to do in this business when you're looking at your charts. All right, are we making higher highs and higher lows? Are we making lower lows and lower highs? Are we breaking structure? You have to figure that piece out. So market structure and price action are king when it comes to this business of trading. You master that, and then you're well on your way. Now, I'm not one to specifically tell people a certain amount of money that they, concretely need to get into this business of trading. Can you start trading the micro, say the Emini Nasdaq futures with just $500? Of course you can. Can you, trade more contracts with $1,000? Of course you can. So the bigger question is, how much money are you really comfortable with putting into your personal trading account? How much do you actually have saved away? I'm not talking about your car note money, the mortgage money, the money to pay you the utilities or put food on the table for you and your family. You want to be able to save an X amount of money and put that away into a different account. I'm talking about outside of your checking, outside of your savings, something that you can just put to the side. You save a little bit at a time, and it should be money that you're not going to really be tie yourself down to, meaning, if for any reason the market just absorbs that money, that cash, okay, or that money that you're going to deposit into your broker account, you shouldn't feel or have any ties to it, meaning you still have money to pay your bills with. You don't want to be gambling in this business, taking money that you're paying your bills with, okay, and putting it into the market. A lot of people do that when they go to the casinos thinking they're going to win large, right? But I will tell you this right now. I've talked about this in the past, and that is the 10 times rule, all right? It's something that I go by, all right, that I live by, but I'm not here to tell anyone specifically that they have to follow this. But it is a good safety net and a safety measure to put in place. What that basically means is whatever the margin is for you to be able to trade, whatever market it may be, if it's the indices. Let's say, for example, it's the micro E-mini Nasdaq futures, okay? I'm going to show you right now because I personally use AMP Futures as my broker, okay? I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I've talked about this broker time and time again. They've been around for a period of time. They're regulated, and probably one of the better, one of the top brokers in the business. I mean, you have other great ones and good ones just as well, okay? But I'm just showing you because, for example, because your margins may be different depending on the broker you go with. The reason why I chose AMP, number one, was that because of the commission costs or the commissions, and also being low, all right, and also the fact is that they have low margins. Low margins basically means that I'm going to show you here in a minute how much you need to get into, or how much you need to deposit into your account to concretely be able to open up an account with that broker and trade, all right? So I'm going to go to where they have the margins at, which is under trading info, and show you, for example, right here, if you take or pay close attention for the micro E-mini Nasdaq 100, or it could be the full-on E-mini Nasdaq 100. This is just the baby version of the bigger version. The day trading margin is $100. Yes, that means that you need at least $100 to be able to start trading, but that's only going to give you access to one contract of trading. So which means that, let's say you're in the market with just $100, you put on one contract, and then the market comes back against you, say for example, and it absorbs or takes away $20 of that $100. Now you're only left with $80. Can you trade again? No, you cannot until you got at least $100 in your account again. This is why I'm saying that you need an X amount in your account to be able to trade the safe way, the correct way, the proper way, because you want to have some reserve capital in there in case you do take a loss, or in case you do, try to get out of break even and it may have taken a few bucks from you, okay? So, which puts you below the thresh of being able to trade again. So I will say this, I would recommend anyone that's interested in trading say for example, the micro Emini Nasdaq, okay, futures, I would recommend $1,000, which is 10 times the margin size, okay, which is $100 here, because that's going to, $1,000 is not a lot of money, okay, all right, and even if you are in the mode or process of saving, yeah, it may take you a few months for those that may not, be working a shift job or not making a lot of money, or even if you are, you can only, put away $100 or $200 a month to be able to do so because your money's tied up, taking care of the family, paying the bills and things like that. But $100 or $200 a month, or at least $100 a week, and at the end of the month you got $400 you put away to the side. Maybe 2 or 3 months you're ready to start putting in $1,000 or $1,200 into that account. But $1,000, I would say, will get you in the door to be able to trade the micros and, protect you in a sense of if you take a bad trade. The thing about it is that when you're trading the micros, the tick value size is lower, okay? That's one thing. So, you're not going to be taking on as much of a heavy hit if you do have a losing trade. And it all boils down to risk management as well. How much should I be risking, on that $1,000, whatever the case is, when I'm going to get into a trade? I personally would not, I would state this. Do not risk more than 5, okay? All right, I'll say 5 is a good number. But if you definitely don't risk more than 10% of your account trading, okay? Which means that, when you're into a trade, you don't want to be taking on pretty much or incur a loss of more than definitely, I'd say at a max 10%. But 5%, I really would recommend sticking around that area there. It doesn't matter what market you're actually trading, whether it's the micros or the full-on E-minis. You want to only be able to leverage certain amount of money because of risk in this business. All right, that's going to help preserve and protect your account just as well. That $1,000 you're in there, it's going to keep you in the game if you keep your losses small. Okay, try your best to get out of break even, or try your best to get out, before the market actually gives you a full on stop. Is what I'm trying to say. Again, this is going to help protect that capital so you can get back into the game again. Now, for all those out there who are watching just as well, and they had that question, how much do I need to really start trading, the micro E-mini Nasdaq? I'm going to say this just as well. All right. Do not get into multiple trades. Meaning, if you should put a goal for yourself or set a goal. Don't take more than 2 trades, a day. Again, I'm not here to tell anyone how to trade. I'm just simply telling you that the more you spend time in these markets, when you are up, walk away, close shop. Okay, if you take 1 trade and you get out of break even, or you lose a small amount, okay, maybe at max take a second trade if you choose to. But if you get into the market, even with a small account like this, $1,000, you can grow this and compound it on a daily basis if you're doing it the proper way. Okay, meaning you're profiting each and every day consistently to build that account up. I talked about this in videos about taking X amount of money and then by the end of the month having a few $1,000s over what you put in there. Okay, so for example, having $1,000 and by the end of the month you may be up $3,000 or $4,000 just as well. Okay, you can do this even if you walked away with the micro E-mini Nasdaq 100 and you made $100 on the day. That's $500 extra a week that you didn't have. And so at week 1, you went from $1,000 to $1,500, so you made $500, which means that you made 50% of what you initially put in. Okay. Week 2, do the same. Now you're up that $1,000. Okay. So now you have matched $1,000 of what you put in 2 weeks prior, and you keep it rolling. So by week 4, for example, here, then you would have $2,000. Okay. So that does, over what you put into that into your account. Starting with $1,000, now you're up $3,000, if you understand what I'm saying, okay? So you can do this, but you have to, be consistent and be smart and logical about, number one, the trades you're taking, but this video is not about that. This video is more so, like I said, how much that do you really need to get into the markets and be, and have a certain amount of money that is a comfortable amount of money that you can trade with. I would definitely, me personally, I live by that 10 times rule. And again, this helps you from a safety net measure or just for security and being able to trade again, okay? when you start putting small amounts of money into your account, okay, I'm talking like just a couple $100. As a beginner trader, I'm telling you, you probably are going to blow that account very quickly if you do not know what you're doing. All right. And even with a few $100, you're going to be penny pitching just to grow that account. So $1,000 comfortably just to trade the micros is something I would definitely recommend putting or placing it into your account and starting with when you're ready. If you're not ready, you're not educated, okay, then stop. Please do not fund that account until you are actually ready. Or even if you have your account funded, sim or demo trade only until you can prove that you can become profitable and consistent, okay? Even though $1,000 is not a lot of money, you can lose it very quickly, okay? You can lose it within a matter of a couple of days, and by week 1, you are depleted, okay? You'll be trying to figure out how to save up again, all right? Again, $1,000, I know to most is not a lot of money, but I'm telling you, for someone that does have $1,000, how you can go about making this grow, all right? So the day trading margin, say for example, for those that are interested, again, trading the micro E-mini futures, Nasdaq, is $100. 10 times that's $1,000. Now I recommend to trade in one contract, but again, I'm not here to tell anyone what they should do, but I personally would not trade more than a max of 2 contracts with $1,000, okay? Yes, you'll be on a slow grind to build that account, but that's the key, okay? Because the more that you are taking successful trades, you're proving to yourself that you can become a consistently profitable trader, and you're watching a small account grow to a larger size account. So eventually you can go from trading the micros to the full on down here, the E-minis, and you see the difference here. The margin for the micros is 100. The margin for the full on E-mini Nasdaq is $1,000, okay? $1,000 to trade one contract. So hopefully you understand where I'm coming from when I say this, all right? But I just want to share this video with you because people always ask, those that are interested in trading the micro futures, you know, and specifically the E-mini Nasdaq, okay? I'm just letting you know that the 10 times rule is something that I personally live by, and it's a good rule to stick by if you really want to, you know, be consistent and really want to have a good rule of thumb to be able to grow that account the correct way, all right? But my hat's off to everyone who's in that process of grinding and really trying to grow that account. You can definitely do it. I'm here to say so. We've had successful people that are part of our Discord, members that have, you know, some have come and some have gone, and they have proven their consistency and their profitability. And that's the thing. You know, you don't have to stick around in the Discord forever. That's the thing, you know, unless you choose to. But the thing about it is that once you learn and you understand, specifically if you try to trade the strategy that I do, which is a great strategy because it just surrounds multi-chart confluence. And if you want to understand more about the strategy itself, please spend some time watching the videos, and you can really much educate yourself. All right. For all those that want to get the access or have access to my trade breakdowns, that's where I walk you through trade setup after setup after setup, so you grasp an understanding about the strategy, but also about, you know, the ins and outs of where to place your stop loss, profit target areas, things like that. There's a link down in the description portion of the video. Right below the Discord link, you can join the Discord as well. But right below that Discord link, there's a link that says become an elite member. If you click on that, you will see 2 tiers that will pop up. Make sure to choose that tier for $6.99 a month. Very inexpensive, but you're gaining access to a lot of valuable information when I go into detail about these trade setups for all those that are interested. Only $6.99 is what I'm going to say. Okay, because people are still to this day always asking how they can become an elite member. The link is down in the description portion of the video. All right. Outside of that, for anyone or for everyone or anyone that is not a current sub, please take the time to go ahead, click on that sub button. Make sure to turn on your post notifications by clicking on the bell next to it, so that you don't miss any uploads. You do not want to miss any of this valuable educational information that I'm sharing with you. But that's it. That's all I want to share with you guys today. Hope everyone had a safe trading day, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Take care, and do me the biggest favor. If you found value in what I'm talking about today, surrounded how much do you need to start trading with, okay, please click that like button, all right? I'm sharing with you some information that, you know, hey, taking a small amount of money, and it is very, very possible to watch your dreams come true with $1,000, okay? Take care.